Hi, everybody. This is the Baseball Hut, the amazing, spectacular, terrific, the great one, the people's champion, your host, Hut, and this is another episode of the nervous hospital known as WFAN.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha, to the funny part.
All right, so we are back here at the Baseball Hut 2. So hit that subscribe button if you like this channel. You want to laugh at the people that are on the radio, especially at the legendary WFAN. Hit that subscribe button. We're just getting started. This channel is making an impact, believe it or not. I would mention this about the subject of this video, Sal Licata, who is one of the mid-morning hosts of Tierney and Sal, or Tierney and Licata, or BT and Sal, or Spaz and the two coconuts. It doesn't matter what you call them. Those two guys in the morning that are in New York. This channel has had quite the effect on them. First of all, Spaz Licata had blocked your host because I was very critical of him, of how he'd been talking about Pete Alonso during the summer. And really, his insanity helped this channel get monetized, and their insanity, of course, has trickled down to the Football Hut. Not only that, but your host has been getting quite the response from the morning show. Believe it or not, they don't say my name. At some point, somebody will. And of course, they've have sort of started that out by making fun. They had a caller call up WFAN, made fun of Boomer Esiason, because I said that Boomer does not get made fun of. He's been on the radio station for 16 years, and no host makes fun of him. They made fun of him, but I said it was a caller, a supposed caller, because as you know, they screen the calls, so it could have been somebody that worked at the fan. Now on Tuesday, your host came back and watched SNY, watched Evan and Tiki before a baseball night in New York. And Evan and Tiki mentioned something about Boomer falling for some kind of ridiculous story about the new Mets manager, that he wears number 28 because he wants to one-up the Yankees. They want, saying that the Yankees aren't going to win 28 World Series championship. Whatever it is, Boomer fell for it. And they made fun of him and were laughing at him in the afternoon. Now, why would they do that? Well, it's funny you should ask. Because, again, I said that they don't make fun of Boomer. They're afraid shitless because they know Boomer's a bully and he'll beat the hell out of them. That's not really a big deal. Calling him Boomer is ridiculous, to be honest with you. Calling him Norman, it bothers him that. Calling him a Super Bowl loser bothers him. He lost to one of the great quarterbacks of all time and blew a Super Bowl, which very few players have done. And of course, he blew that famous game with Dan Marino when the Jets were high-fiving each other, and Boomer was one of them high-fiving, and the game wasn't over, and Dan Marino won the game and made them look ridiculous. Well, Sal, we'll go back to Sal, just so you know what I've been doing on this channel. Sal Licata, who's an insane person, from far as I can tell, he's losing his mind. I didn't know he had a mind, but he's losing his mind. I'm going to read you a couple of articles, one from Monday and one from Tuesday from Odyssey.com. It's a great site because I don't have to show you clips. I just read their words and I leave it up to you if you think they're crazy. Sal already preparing to lose his mind if the Yankees beat out the Mets for Yoshinobu Yamamoto. According to SNY's little Andy Martino, the Mets are expected to be all over star pitcher Yoshinobu Yamamoto once he is posted, but that they will have a harder time landing him than the Yankees would. That was enough to get Sal nervous, to get Spaz nervous, and to declare that if the Yankees beat out the Mets for Yamamoto this winter, he will go nuts. Seems like he's already there. It's not called the nervous hospital known as WFAN for nothing. Quote, if he doesn't come to the Mets, no joke, I'm going to lose my mind, Sal said. I know you guys think I flipped out the other day. If they don't get Yamamoto and he goes where I think he might go, and if it's not the Mets, I'm going to flip out. Now, I would mention, when the Mets signed manager Carlos Mendoza, he flipped out because he was so hell-bent on getting a name manager in Craig Counsell. Craig Counsell used the Mets to get more money from the Cubs. He stabbed David Ross in the back to get him fired so he could be the manager of the Cubs. And when they talked to him, when the press talked to Craig Counsell said that when he was scared, I don't know what it doesn't matter what the context is. If he said this here in New York, he would have been made fun of. He would have been belittled. He said that he was scared. He was afraid of what was going on during the press conference. He also said he had a difficult time answering questions when it came to the response of how Milwaukee was going to respond to him getting an offer from the Cubs. He did not do a good job. It was not a very good press conference from Counsell. Now, Mendoza had his press conference on Tuesday here with the Mets, and he hit the ball out of the ballpark. He did a great job. Everybody loved him. Sal has not said that he apologizes for that. He makes these ridiculous accusations and this complete, total insane kind of takes and doesn't back off from it. He sticks to it. Sal has had plenty of epic rants over the years, but if the Mets don't land Yamamoto, get ready for fireworks. Quote, Yamamoto a bust for the Mets this year. Now this is from Tuesday. Where he's getting this information, probably the same information that he got from the same person that told him that Pete Alonso was the problem in the Mets clubhouse. From Odyssey again, Sal believes Yankees may wind up with Juan Soto and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. Now, I would mention about the Yankees. Yankees have been very passive for many years. Although you had the general manager cursing up a blue streak, Sal has maintained that the Mets offseason needs to see the team bring in 2 of the 3 coveted stars in Juan Soto, Shohei Ohtani, and Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He said a couple weeks ago that they should bring in Ohtani and Yamamoto. That would cost them $750 million. Now, the more he hears from MLB's hot stove, the more he believes that it's going to be the Yankees who get 2 of the 3, especially after hearing ESPN's Jeff Passan report that the Padres would likely see the Yankees as one of the few teams that could satisfy their need for young pitching talent and a trade for Soto. Let me tell you something, folks. Yankees have no pitching talent. Yankees have no talent in the farm system. They are mediocre. How that shortstop won the Gold Glove. How Anthony Volpe won the Gold Glove as a rookie, and he's a terrible shortstop. It makes no sense. But their farm system is garbage. I don't think the Yankees can do that. They'll fool a team and taking their players. The Yankees don't have a good farm system. Quote, the Yankees plan, it seems, to trade some of the pitchers they have, whether it be Kane, Schmidt, or anybody else, get Soto, and fill one of those voids by getting Yamamoto. I think it's going to happen. I do. Okay, Sal. You also said the Mets are going to own the town. They haven't done that quite yet. Sal had said last week that he would be ready to unleash a rant for the ages if the Yankees beat out the Mets for Yamamoto. But to get both Yamamoto and Soto, that would be tough to handle. I think Sal would lose the rest of his hair, right? How much more hair does he have on his head? Long silence. If Yamamoto wants to come to the Yankees and they trade Major League starting pitching, that's what the Padres want. I look at the Yankees like they don't currently need Yamamoto. They have Cole. They have calls for a don't. Calls for a don't. But if you trade some of that quality younger pitching, then you bring Yamamoto in. You have Cole, Yamamoto, Rodon as A3, and you bring in Soto. Who can argue with that as an offseason? Do all that, call it an offseason. The more we talk about it, the more realistic I think it is. And the more it upsets me that it's going to happen for the Yankees. The more you talk about something, the more realistic it happens. Woo, woo, woo. I mean, that's insane. Well, that's what you get when you deal with the crazy people at WFAN. Subscribe.
They're coming to take me away, ha ha. They're coming to take me away, ho ho, hee hee, ha ha. To the funny part.